Commission meeting to order on this Tuesday, April 23rd, 2015. It is now 4:33. Can you please stand for a Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Second page. Thank you.
Okay, can we have a roll call then on those commissioners?
Here.
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 Here. All five are present. Okay, number 3, declaration of conflict of interest. Okay, number 4, new and unfinished business.
Commissioners, you have resolution number 03-2015, which is the confirmatory resolution of the Hammond Redevelopment Commission adopting amended plan for the Hammond Central redevelopment area. I believe you also have resolution number 04-2015, resolution of the Hammond Redevelopment Commission pledging TIF revenues. As you may recall, we already passed the declaratory resolution for this. This is part of the amendment to the Hammond Central allocation or redevelopment plan. Specifically, it has language that was put in there in regards to the Thrupport project, which we've already passed the development agreement for. The council passed the bond agenda item that was on council last night, 9-0. So I think it has full support of the city. It also passed the EDC. So this is the step of the confirmatory resolution, basically the final step that needed to be done by the Hammond Redevelopment Commission.
So we need a motion.
We need
Both resolutions.
Correct, yes.
Anybody have any?
Oh, you know what? Why don't we have Mr. Bowditch come forward from Center and Company?
Good afternoon. Thank you. For the record, the Redevelopment Commission has published and posted a notice of a public hearing for this afternoon, which needs to be held prior to the confirmatory resolution. But with that, prior to that, just to let you know that per the statute, the planning entities, boards, and commissions were notified of the public hearing this afternoon. The overlapping taxing units were also notified. We do have certified mail return receipts of that. They were notified within the 10-day period, as well as the notice was published in the paper, The Times, as a newspaper of general circulation on June 10th. So all notifications and filings were done in a timely manner. I will make copies as well. I do have copies as well as electronic copies for submission to the commission. But the next step at this point would be for the commission to hold the public hearing for any input on the amending declaratory resolution prior to considering a motion for a confirming resolution.
Just to back up what Mr. Bowditch said, I have the public notice that was put in the paper, and it does list the public hearing in the notice.
And just a general question, if I may, I'm simplifying, are we here just approving TIF funds for a bond that is already approved?
It's actually, you're not specifically approving TIF funds. Go ahead, Dan. I'll let you handle that.
Commissioner, basically what is happening this afternoon is once the commission approves an amending declaratory resolution or a declaratory resolution to amend the plan, basically that starts the process and what I term is an approval process. You had done that amending declaratory on May 21st. At that point, it goes to the Hammond Plan Commission to ensure conformity or compliance with the official planning document of the city, which that was done on June 8th. Because the Plan Commission is an advisory commission to the city, there needs to be formal action on behalf of the City Council. That action was taken to approve the Plan Commission's action also on June 8th. At that point in time, the notice of a public hearing was published. At that time, all the planning entities, boards, and agencies of the city were notified of the public hearing, and all overlapping taxing units were notified of the public hearing, as well as identifying the nature of the confirmatory resolution and the amending declaratory resolution. So what is happening here this evening is confirming that the approval process has gone through the necessary requirements of having an amending declaratory resolution, as well as the Plan Commission taking action, the City Council taking action, and all the necessary documents being filed in a timely manner, and to allow for a public hearing and public input prior to a confirming resolution. At some point in the future, in fact, after this resolution, once considered, if approved, I believe next on the agenda is a pledge resolution, and that resolution itself would then allow for the commission to pledge any tax increment available towards the issuance of bonds to pay that debt service. So this is a separate issue in order to amend the plan in order to include this project in that plan. Sort of a long explanation, but I wanted to make sure you understood.
Yeah.
You're really just confirming the approval process that you've done it. And believe me, there have been times when there has been a process that's been missed. This hasn't happened with the Hammond Redevelopment Commission, to my knowledge, since we've been working with you, but it does happen on occasion. So it's sort of a last-minute balance, check and balance of making sure everything was done properly.
Very good.
So this is the public meeting, or there's going to be another one?
This is the public hearing this evening that's been published. So that you'll have to hold a public hearing and provide for any remonstrance, whether against or for the amendment.
So that would be the first step. So I think if I'm understanding Mr. Bowditch correctly, we would need President Hoppridge to open this up for public hearing before we have any motions to approve the confirmatory resolution.
Is that skipping to item 5, public comments, or are we just going to opening this up?
No, public comment is completely different. This is a specific public hearing for this resolution.
Okay, then I so move.
Actually, I think.
We could, you know what, being that it's not on the agenda, I actually don't think it's a bad idea to have the motion and second to approve the public hearing prior to.
I was going to recommend that.
Yeah.
I must disclaim that I am not an attorney, but it would be most likely in your best interest to suspend the rules for a public hearing as it is not on your agenda, so that you can do that and then move forward and then return back to the regular agenda, as it has been published in the paper.
So the motion would be a motion to suspend the rules and open up to the public hearing that was already published.
Yes.
Again, I so move.
Oh, I will second.
Thank you.
Commissioner Kasperky's motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to suspend the rules for public hearing to be open now. Can I have a roll call on that?
Yes.
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 Yes. Motion passes, 5 yes. Public hearing is now open. Anybody like to come forward?
Say it 3 times.
Would anybody like to come forward? Public hearing is now open. Would anybody like to come forward? Public hearing is now open. Public hearing is now closed.
Now, we
Okay.
probably need a motion to go back to, from the suspension of the rules? No?
Is-
Okay.
Wow.
So, yeah,
I was just going to go.
I so move.
okay.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to go back to order of business of our rules. Can we have a roll call then?
Yes.
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 Yes. Motion passes, 5 yes. Okay, moving back to business.
So now we would be looking for a motion to approve resolution number 03-2015, confirmatory resolution of the Hammond Redevelopment Commission adopting amended plan for the Hammond Central redevelopment area.
I so move. Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second on resolution number 03-215, confirmatory resolution of the Hammond Redevelopment Commission adopting amended plan for the Hammond Central redevelopment area. Is there any further questions or discussion on this? Okay, roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Yes. Motion passes, 5 yes. Okay,
So now with the approval of the, and passage of the confirmatory resolution, I believe we would be looking for a motion to approve resolution number 04-2015, resolution of the Hammond Redevelopment Commission pledging TIF revenues.
Second.
okay, we have a motion and a second on resolution number 04-2015, resolution of the Hammond Redevelopment Commission pledging TIF revenues. Is there any questions or discussion on this resolution? Okay, then, can we have a roll call, please?
Yes.
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 Yes. Motion passes, 5 yes.
Thank you, Commissioners.
You're welcome.
Okay, we'll move forward. Number 5 now is public comment. If anybody would like to come forward and speak, you have 3 minutes. Okay, public comment closed. Can we move to number 6 then?
Mr. President, I make a move to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. Can you all signify by saying aye?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Meeting adjourned.